Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Verse number 8, repeat after me. विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वाय एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. We may be able to drop the worldly objects. We may be able to control our sense organs. We may not be emotional. Then we come to the intellect. And after having come to intellect, we are intellectually destroyed. Who is an intelligent person and who is an intellectual? Intellectual constantly wants to find out the cause. Why this is so? Why this is so? And whole life goes only in that. See friends, this happens because, take an example. Suppose my house is on fire. Because I don't have a house, I can always put it on fire. My house is on fire. And then I take the phone and call fire brigade. Hello, how are you? I had no opportunity to connect to you. Everything is okay. How was Corona treating you, your family, your children? Any issue, any problem? That fire brigade, who are you? Why did you call me? No, my house is on fire. If you get time, please drop in. Will you say like this? We will not even tell where we are. Hey, my house is on fire, come quickly. Exactly the same way. When the food has gone so much in the stomach that you can show what you have eaten, and thereafter you are asked, please come and take food, then what will you do? What is prepared today? This I don't like this. This I don't like this. No. Why? Because there is no hunger. Your kids do the same thing. Since morning they are grazing like the goats. And then the mothers, Indian mothers, they have got only one thing. Children are the tiffin box, feed. They get fed up. See? Then what the child will do? He will come, what is not there that he will search. I want that. Because there is no hunger. Then don't give that fellow anything to eat up to 11 o'clock. Then he is crying for hunger. Okay, wait a minute. Take the tissue paper and make a triangular sandwich. Beta, take this thing. Mummy, very nice. But hunger is there, na? Food is not tasty because it is cooked tasty. Because you are hungry. You don't ask questions. Exactly the same way. When you are hungry to know the truth, you will not go on asking questions. But what is the proof? This is written by Shankaracharya. तुम्हारे बाप ने लिखा है. Such people we should avoid. That is the reason why I don't entertain cause and effect. Logic. यही सही है. Take a simple example. We have never asked a question, why the fire is hot? We accept it. Thereafter, we deal with that fire in such a manner that the same burning ability of the fire is encashed for our benefit. That is intelligent approach. But our approach is, but why my mother-in-law is like that? You can never solve that problem. It is inherited through genes. They are always like that. There is not a single mother-in-law who is good. Children ask us funny question. Why Lakshmana's wife did not go to forest and Rama's wife went to forest? She would have been very comfortable in the palace rather than going in the forest. So what is the reply? At home there are 3 mother-in-laws. In forest she was happy. See friends, the moment you ask cause and effect, you can never get out of samsara. Vishwam pashyati karya karanataya. Whenever we are caught up in cause and effect, the world, the samsara is created. I was reading one very nice message. Some great scientist who has taken over the position of Einstein. He writes, I have been working on matter for last 37 years and I came to this conclusion. What Vedanta tells is the ultimate truth. See, energy cannot be destroyed, matter cannot be created. They are mutually exclusive. If the energy, grossified energy is matter, broken matter is energy, what are you going to create in this world? Therefore, Vishwam Pashyati Karya Karanataya. Stop this. This is like this. Relax. See? And what do Upanishad teach us? Na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, na manaha, na vidmaha, na vijanimaha. We don't know, nor we know how to teach. Then what is to be done? You have come to a wrong place. Go back. See friends. But intellectuals go on asking questions. So, how do we create samsara? Karya karanataya, cause and effect. Swaswami sambandhataha, we create relations. Sambandha and bandhana comes from the same root. See, samyak bandhan is sambandha. Strong binding is bandhan. Karya. And what are those? Swaswami sambandhata, I am the boss, you are the subordinate. Mother-in-law is the boss and daughter-in-law is the subordinate. Wife is the boss, husband is the subordinate. This is how the life is. But then we want to change the position. So Swami Sambandhata. Second samsara, Shishyacharyataya, Guru Maharaj ki jai, disciple Sashtanga Dandavat. Samsara begins. Don't create samsara. Very important, my friends. Shishyacharyataya, second samsara. The first samsara is Swami Sambandhata, worldly samsara. Then Shishyacharya, spiritual samsara. Then the third one, Pitru Putra Dhyatmana Bhedataha, family samsara. मेरा लड़का ऐसा है, मेरी लड़की है, हाथ करेगी तो. There is much more in this world. The same thing again and again. Okay? I really appreciate these mothers, How they don't get tired of talking the same useless thing about that useless child? 100 people, everybody did the same thing. Swamiji, my son is so intelligent, he asks so many questions. Mama, those who ask questions, they are dumb. Do you mean my son is dumb? What else he could be? He is your son. See? And then the same repeating. Beta, chant this thing. How much get involved in that? And when the child is grown up, married, and he himself is suffering because of his own life, then the mother comes. 9 महीने पेट में रखा था, इसी दिन के लिए पीठ पे रख दी, पेट पे रखा था. Who asked you? Friends, understand clearly. Children do not need parents. It is the parents who need the children. So it is your need, you suffer. Don't make the children suffer. The same mothers, they are after the son. Get married. He gets married. Then again fighting begins between these two. See, friends. So these are the three samsara. Swaswami sambandataha, shishyacharyataya, and putra putradhyatmana bhedataha. And when it is happening, swapne, jagrati, waking and dream are exactly the same. In Mandukya Upanishad, this is brought out distinctly. There is no difference between waking and dream. 100% same. According to Mandukya Upanishad, there are only 2 stages, dream and sleep. There is no waking. There it is defined. Tattvasya agrahanam nidra. When you do not know your essential nature, that is sleep. And anyatha grahanam swapna. When you mistake for something, that is dream. So in the waking and the dream, both of them fall in the same category, that dreams. Therefore, swapne jagrati vaya esha purusha. Both experiences, let it be that of the waking or dream, they are conducted only by the mind. Now one experience conducted by the mind called as a dream, that we brush away. Oh, it is not real, it is just a dream. But this waking experience, it becomes very serious. This is also a waking dream. Don't become too serious in life. Don't become serious in spirituality. I get up early in the morning and then go to sleep again. See, my observation is, the so-called spiritual people, as much miserable they are, ordinary people are not miserable. They are like, how pure masara. Constantly spirituality. See? Swamiji, can you teach me meditation? I was traveling between Dahisar and Mumbai, in Bombay, many years before. In a compartment, daytime, hardly any rush. So I was sitting on a seat. One youngster came running, said, can you teach me meditation? Can you teach me meditation? So I looked at him. See, next station I am getting down, tell me quickly. I said, when the station comes, that moment I will tell you. Now this station has come. Now you get out of the train, go to the chemist, buy a sleeping pill bottle and empty in yourself. You will be permanently in meditation. Shortcuts. Remove that virus of meditation from your head. If you want to tell somebody what you have learned in the retreat, we are learning this thing. Spirituality is a process of undoing. We are done sufficiently. See, friends, do experiments in your own life. You have lived your life as a body, as a good person, going to temple and ringing the bell. You have done it. Are you at peace with yourself? If you are on the right track. If you are not, never mind. Now take this track. And this track is the track of undoing. See, here only in Bengaluru, there used to be one lady, a Gujarati lady, elderly, very nice. One day, we were walking in the evening after dinner. She asked me this question. Naviji, I don't get sleep for the whole night. I said, Amma, congratulations. Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagarti Sayami. You are already realized, therefore you don't sleep at night. Swamiji, don't make fun of me. Tell me what should I do. Oh, night I don't sleep. Then you tell me how do you go to sleep? Come to your bed. So we went to her room. And tell me how do you sleep? So she said, I lie down or I sit down for some time, then take the mala and then start doing the japa. If it is a Gujarati, Jai Shri Krishna, 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 Jai Shri Krishna. And the whole night it goes like that. I don't sleep. What should I do? I said, look here, when I tell something, two conditions. No discussions, no argument. Are you ready? Yes. Give that mala to me. Now lie down on the bed, on the left side, and do this bhavana. You have entered your heart. According to Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the waker is in the right eye, and dreamer is in the throat, and the deep sleeper is in the heart, in the bloody heart. So lie down and do this bhavana. You have entered your heart and start deep breathing. And don't sleep. Then play. Sleep. Next day she got up 8 o'clock. And then they celebrated her sleep. Dadima could sleep for so long. Now what was the problem? Problem was mechanical. You are telling the mind to chant, the thoughts are there, and you want to go to sleep. Contrary. Tyagi nahi ki amritatva manashu. Do this. Suppose you are having some rules and regulations. One day purposefully break that rule. And then watch your mind. Suppose you are doing Ekadashi. On Ekadashi, eat nice. I am not telling you South Indian Ekadashi. South Indian Ekadashi, everything is okay except white rice. North Indian Ekadashi, I am telling you. Gujarati, Marwadi. You can't eat this, you can't eat that. Okay? So purposefully, you don't observe Ekadashi, knowing well. And then watch your mind. Whole day you will be suffering. I don't know. I should not have gone to retreat. You know that Swami is useless. And I'm. See? We are slaves. Our life is not intelligently lived. Our life is mechanically lived. And the mechanical lifestyle is this karya karanataya. If I get up early morning, take bath and read the pothi and do the japa, then only my day goes well and that day goes worst. Then we start searching. I don't know whose face I have seen in the morning. The whole day was so horrible. You talk to your solo rocking. Wife is there. How many times I told you, don't shave in the morning? This is divinity. Before you go to sleep, read or listen to some light things. There are many things on the YouTube. Absolutely light. Don't become Gambhiranand. Then slowly you will come out of this catch of cause and effect. Vishvam pashyati karya karanataya swaswami sambandataha shishyacharyataya tathaiva pitruputra adhyatmana bhedataha swapne jagrati vaya esha purushaha. Now be attentive. Esha purushaha, the same Paramatma. In the waking, he becomes a waker. In the dream, he becomes a dreamer. In the deep sleep, he becomes a deep sleeper. Actually, he remains the same, like the man remains the same, but he becomes the son, he becomes the husband, he becomes the father, and these becoming guys are miserable. Man is never miserable. All our questions are that. Swamiji, one person asked this, Swamiji, suppose somebody's wife is beating him, what should we do? Then I said, will you go to the doctor and ask the doctor, Doctor Saab, if somebody has got constipation and diarrhea together, what should we do? So what the doctor will say? Are you a social worker? Social workers are worried about somebody else's diarrhea, not their own. They are constipated. No, not that way, Swamiji. I say, why do you worry about somebody's wife beating her husband? Yeah, we forget about it. Okay? Swamiji, my wife is... and then run away. Yad gatvana nivartante. Leave her. Seek divorce. No, Swamiji, I can't do that. Why? She is earning. I am a pet in the house. Pet means pet ke liye. See, friends. Therefore, the same reality conditioned by the gross body becomes the waker and suffers. The same Paramatma conditioned by the subtle body becomes a dreamer and suffers. The same Paramatma discards this conditioning and does not suffer temporarily during the deep sleep. Deep sleep is a temporary realization, not permanent. You can't sleep all the time except in satsang. It's very important to understand this. Therefore, so many things come and go. We are the same. If you understand this point, take this example. Dark clouds come, thunder, rain and go away. Nothing happens to the space. White clouds come, thunder, no rains, go away. Nothing happens to the space. Absolute darkness, night, comes and goes, nothing happens to the space. That space is you and me. The first group of clouds, heavy thunder and rains, go, waking experience. Only thunder, no rains, dream experience. Comes and goes. Deep sleep comes and goes. You are the same. Therefore, be very attentive. Take the position what it is like being space. Get out of this wretched body. The body is in me. I am not in the body. Only by understanding it can happen. Like the example I gave you, space is inside the hall, outside the hall. Therefore, understanding is the hall is in the space. In the same manner, outside air, inside air. Therefore, the body is in the air. The body and the prana, they are in the mind. Mind is in the Chetana. Chetana is in the consciousness. So instead of expanding ourselves to the infinite, we go on becoming thinner. See? Anoho aniyan mahato mahiyan atma sa janto nihito guhayam tamakratu pashyati vita shokaha. See, friends, do not make any concept. Therefore, this technique I told you, work on this. what it is like being space. First, space is not opposed to anything or anybody. That is spiritual practice. We are not opposed to anything or anybody. Second thing, we don't hold on to anything or anybody. No possessions, no relations, no samsara. The same thing with the mind space. Like the gross space doesn't get influenced by the gross world, similarly, the mind space doesn't get influenced by the thought world. This is the meditation practice with understanding. So when we are living in the world, our Maha Mantra is, Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Then we come to the mind. Then there are too many good or bad thoughts. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Where should the thoughts come? Poor thoughts. Should they come in the nose? Then you can blow them out. No. They will come in the mind. So let them come and go. Who cares? The only example I can give is, as you listen to satsanga, that way listen to the world. How many satsanga we have heard? Nothing changes us because we are the changeless substratum. Recognize this truth, my friends. So, Swapne Jagrati Vaya Esha Purushaha Maya Paribhramitaha. Now, what is the Maya Paribhramitaha is this? Understand the meaning of Maya. Very simple. Any experience which is measured because of the limitations of the instrument of measurement, and if that much is the only truth, if this obsession comes, that is called as Maya Paribhramita. Like one person in Calcutta probably asked this question. Have you seen God? I said, why should I tell you? No, Vivekananda asked the same question to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. I said, you may be Vivekananda, I am not Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Now what is the error in his question? Bhagwan, God is an object to be seen by the eyes. Then I told him, suppose I say yes. Now what proof can I give you? Suppose I say no. See, then you have to believe. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tat paraha sayyatendriya. So when the Upanishads tell, when Bhagavad Gita tells that you are not a sinner, you are divine. Whether you know or you don't know, whether you want or you don't want, you are divine. This is too much imposition of divinity. I don't know. On what ground we should accept it? Only by faith, Shraddha in our Upanishad and Bhagavad Gita. They don't say that you are a sinner. No. Amrutasya putra. You are the descendants of the immortality. See. But then why should I believe? My dear friend, without blind faith, our existence is impossible. We have only blind faith. This lady is my mother. Do we know where from we are dropped? Put up. Somebody tells that she is your mother, we accept it. And that mother tells, this guy is your father. What is the proof? DNA? No. In the same manner, what is told in our scriptures, they are not our enemy. When the scriptures tell, early to bed and early to rise, scriptures do not get anything by us leaving the bed early. We are benefited. And we can be benefited if we take this. Swapne Jagrati Vaya Esha Purushaha Maya Paribhramitaha. So that experience which is not conditioned by the limitations of sense organs, mind and intellect, that experience is your essential nature. So when you drop the sense organs, the world disappears. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha gone. You drop the mind, all emotional commotion gone. You drop the intellect, all the cause and effect gone. And you come to a point which you cannot drop. Aheyam anupadeyam. You come to a point which cannot be dropped. This is what is mentioned here. Esha Purusha Maya Paribhramitaha. Only analyze and evaluate our experience. For our existence, body is not necessary. In dream, body identification is not there. We are still there. In deep sleep, body identification is not there. We are still there. So because of me the body is. I am not because of the body. Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. Maya tatavidam sarvam jagadam vyaktamurtina masthani sarva bhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta bhrunnacha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Everything is in me, but I am not in them. In fact, neither they are in me nor I am in them. Come to discover this truth. The waking and the waker is in me, but I am not in them. It has gone, I continue with the same. Then the second trailer comes. Dream, dreamer, dream experience. Glitter for some time. That also goes. I am the same. So is the case with the deep sleep. Like the space doesn't come and doesn't go. We have never come, we have never gone. We can ask a question. Where is earth? Where is water? Where is fire? Where is air? We cannot ask a question. Where is space? In Upanishad, this question comes. Where is the space? The teacher tells, the space is in your head. When the mind is enfolded, that time, where are we? Space. When are we? Time. What are we? Vastu or Vyakti. Everything goes. Everything comes out like a bubble from the bubble gum, comes out the whole world. Again it goes back. Again it comes out. Again it goes back. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita says, Avyaktadini bhutani vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidananyeva tatra ka paridevana. Everything is unmanifest, becomes manifest. Again becomes unmanifest, again becomes manifest. Waves are not created. Waves are unmanifest in the ocean. They become manifest, they are called as wave. Ornaments are not created. Ornaments are unmanifest condition in the gold. They become manifest. Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamoorty. This is that Dakshinamoorty Bhagavan, our essential nature. Sri Maharaj. So when we thus come to discover that we are the support of everything and being, you will remain at peace with yourself. Like the space is at peace with itself. Space is not holy in a temple or a church. Space is not unholy in a toilet. Space is same. Apply to yourself. When I see the holy cross or Bhagavan Sri Krishna, eyes don't become holy. When I see the filth, eyes don't become filthy. Rule is, illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. The more we become subjective in our understanding, slowly, all our wrong notions about the world, about ourselves, about God, and about the spiritual practice will disappear. And the net result will be, you are happy in spite of everything. Our happiness is because of my wife is so nice, therefore I am happy. Then she is nice, not you. Then when can I be happy? In spite of her, if you are happy, that is great. See, next verse. Bhuram Asya Nalo Nilom Varamahar Natho Himamshu Puman. Wake up. Bhuram Asya Nalo Nilom Varamahar Natho Himamshu Puman. Ityabhati Characharaatmakamidam Yasyaiva Murtyashtakam. Nanyat Kinchana Vidyate Vimrushatam Yasmat Parasmat Vibhoho Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Ashtamurti Bhrut Deva Pujanam. Bhagwan Ramana Vashi's Upadesha Sara, this thought comes. There are 8 murtis, 8 forms wherein God can be worshipped. Which are those? Bhu, Prithvi, Amba, water, then fire, then air and the space. These are the 5 elements which are worshipped, which should be worshipped as God. 5 of them. And then Aharnatha, the sun. Himamshu, the moon. And Puman, all beings. Therefore, Itya Bhati Chara Charatmakadam Yasavya Murti Ashtakam. These are the 8 forms of God available for all of us to worship and lead a respectful life. Friends, when we go to church or temple, what happens to us? One example I tell you. I went to one temple, a very beautiful temple, all marble. So when I was climbing the steps, appreciating, oh, very nice, very clean, good one. And like that, appreciating, giving comments. And when I went in front of Saraswati's temple it was. The moment I went in front of Saraswati, all comments disappeared, closed my palms and eyes, and Namaskar. When I was seeing other things, I was going away from myself. When I saw the Vigraha of Saraswati made out of the same marble, immediately I became withdrawn. And whenever we go and do Namaskar to the Lord, we close our eyes. Why? Because we know He is not outside, He is inside. He is just a reminder. When we take this principle, what will happen? There is no place where God is not. See, therefore, Yasyaiva Murtyashtakam. Now the teacher says, Nanyat Kinchana Vidyate. Other than this, nothing else exists. Only the Paramatma alone is. See, like left hand I am, right hand I am, tongue I am, back I am. So in and through the total body, I alone am. In the same manner, in that Vishwarupa, in and through every expression, it is the same Lord who is expressing. But for whom this is? Nanyat Kinchana Vidyate Vimrushatam. Those who have done the Vimarsha, those who have studied, reflected, practice. And what is the practice? Practice of knowledge. Those of you who have heard our Corona festival, there we have put it POK. It is not Pak occupied Kashmir. It was practice of knowledge. How do we practice knowledge? By reminding ourselves again and again. See? to see the differences is way of the fools. One example I tell you. In a class, I was invited for talking to them. Now, what do I talk to the children? So I said, hey, now let us play something. Tell me, only whomsoever I ask, he or she should tell, not everybody. Okay. What are the differences in all of us? You tell. Some are girls, some are boys. Very good. You tell. Some are tall, some are short. Very good. And everybody is raising their hand. I said, enough. Now tell me, what is the common factor in all of us? All quite. Then there was one child totally indifferent to everything. So I said, hey, you tell, what is the common factor among all of us? He said, we are all suffering because of you. So beautiful it is. So his attention was not on all of them. His attention was on me. See? Ignorant people see differences. Wise people see the common factor. See? I am a Kannadiga, I am a Malayali, differences. I am Indian, wisdom. See? I am Indian, I am Pakistani, I am Bangladeshi, ignorance. We are all Asians. I am Asian, I am European, ignorance. We are all human beings, ignorance. All human beings, animals, they are all human beings. They are all living beings. In this manner, when we slowly expand, we come to a point wherein all the differences dissolve. That is what is mentioned here, Vimrushatam. Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter. Bhagavan Sri Krishna does not ask Arjun, after having heard the whole Bhagavad Gita, did you get knowledge? He didn't ask this. He said, Kachit eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa. Hey Arjun, did you listen with single pointed mind? Kachit eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa. Kachit ajnana sammoha pranasvaste dharanjaya. Your delusion born out of ignorance, has it gone or not? And thereafter, be attentive. Wise man never makes decision for others. We Indians, elderly people, these days our Dabbu is looking little depressed and he doesn't talk. What happened? Shadi karo. For all the problems, only solution is get married. He is booked for life. Never make decisions for others. Bhagavan Sri Krishna would have told him, yes, you fight. He didn't say that. Vimrusha etar. See, etar vimrusha. Same word, vimrushatam. Reflect on what I told you. Thereafter, yatechasi tatha kuru. So we told you this. Whole Dakshinamoorty. Now Swamiji, what should I do? Don't ask me questions. You find out. No, should I do the japa Rama or Krishna or Hanumanji, or is there any hybrid mantra? Don't get lost in that. Never make any decision for anybody in life. Like many people ask, family, you are moving so many places, you may be knowing many good families, and can you find out some boy for our daughter? I said, that is the only thing remaining now. There was another girl, now she is married. When she was not married, she used to come to me. And she used to, Swamiji, please tell my mother, she is so irresponsible mother. What happened? She tells me, beta, don't get married. I got married, I am suffering. You don't get married. What kind of mother is this? She should find out a good boy for me But she tells me, don't get married. I say, she is wise. Friends, Vimrishya etat asheshena yathechasi tatha guru. Decision should be yours. Now tell me, what japa should I do with japa? One lady was telling me in Jharkhand, in a school, she says, Swamiji, when we were children, there used to be one Mahatma, you might have heard the name, Devraha Baba. He lived for 300-400 years. So in our village, he happened to come. And he was kind of a weird, or jata and all like that. So the whole village was given mantra diksha. So she said, I was that time a child, maybe about 10 years or so. So we were all standing in the queue. And then he used to hold and tell something. And I was only worried about the mustaches and all that. And then I am doing that mantra, but nothing is happening. Kindly give me some powerful mantra. I said, are you ready? Yes. I said, start. Dhum dhadaka, dhum dhadaka. Powerful mantra. Don't make decisions for others. Nanyat kinchana vidyate vimrishatam yasmat parasmat vibhoho. Other than Paramatma, there is nothing in this world. Ocean is a cause, waves are the effect. In water, there is neither ocean nor waves. Do we say, in this bottle, there is ocean? Water. We don't drink ocean, we drink water. And therefore, water doesn't get drowned in the ocean. And when the waves break, water doesn't get broken. Because the water says, they are in me, but I am not in them. Now, what is happening? We are abusing the water by two names. One abuse to the water is ocean, and the second abuse to the water is the waves. And when we abuse somebody, we are bound to be punished. In the same manner, the whole world is Paramatma. To that Paramatma, we abuse. This is the world. We are divine, but we abuse. Papoham papa karmaham. I am a sinner. Second abuse to Paramatma. That Paramatma is our essential nature. We push him away. God is sitting above the clouds. These three abuses qualify us to be miserable in life. Vimrishya etat asheshena. See, nanyat kinchana vidyate vimrishatam yasmat parasmat vibhoho. See, friends, divinity alone is. Everything is only an appearance. And now the concluding verse. Sarvatmatvamiti sputi krutamidam yasmadamushmin stave denasya shravanat tadartha mananat dhyanach sankirtanat सर्वात्मत्व महाविभूति सहितम स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धे तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्. Although it is written Chaishwarya, it is not Chaishwarya, Aishwarya. Cha and they are together. So, what is said, Amushmin Stave, in this praise to Bhagavan Dakshinamoorty, what is said so far? Sarvatmatva. There is but one reality pulsating in and through the totality, be it inert world or the sentient world. Sarvatmatvam iti sputikrutamidam. It is distinctly brought out. Yasmat, because amush means tave. In this particular text, Dakshinamurti, tena, therefore, asya shravanat. When you will listen to this, then tadartha mananat. Then after having heard, you reflect on that. Then dhyanacha. Then practice this. Aham Brahmasmi. Practice. What is the practice? Listen to silence or chant the Lord's name and listen also. Or don't talk to yourself and listen to silence simultaneously. Or sit in a dark room, keep your eyes open, nothing can be seen, but seeing is happening. Seeing without the birth of a seer and the seen is the truth. Enasya shravanat tadarthamananat dhyanat sankirtanat. Keep on chanting. One day or the other, something will click. Text remains the same. Our ability to comprehend changes. Then what will happen? Sarvatmatva Mahavibhuti Sahitam Syat. Then you will be able to attain the experience of oneness with the totality. Mahavibhuti Sahitam. All the vibhutis. What are the vibhutis? Vibhutis are you will be happy in spite of the miseries. Vibhutis are you will live at zero complaint level. Vibhuti is you are not struggling to get God realization because you are that. Don't get carried away by the various vibhutis. Somebody is having a back pain, you touch and back pain gone. Oh, very good. There was a Tapasvi Mahatma. He did a lot of tapasya and Bhagwan appeared. All the tapasvis are doing tapasya only for getting siddhis. No other reason. Not for realization. Then he said, "Oh God, let every drop of blood of my life be used for curing the cancer in this world." Bhagavan smiled, Tadasthu. And then, once you know little thing, you have to practice and show to the world. See? These things I learned from you only. I went for some marriage and my friend, he has put on some, what you call the golden chain, half outside, half inside. So I thought by mistake it has happened. I said, wait a minute. I took his chain and put it inside. His wife, Swamiji, not this way. Little bit you have to show to the world. So this person, he got this blessing that a drop of blood will cure the cancer. Like the new homeopaths, they get up in the morning, go around. Sab theek thaak hai ghar mein. Yes, everything. Because homeopathy, they have to tell somebody. So, some cancer patient, hey, cancer, come here. Suck. Cancer cancelled. He went to the doctor. No cancer. Do you think it will remain quiet? Immediately, Instagram, YouTube, every media. Next day, outside his house, 100 million people standing in the queue. Now he was looking, oh God, he will suck away my whole blood. He ran. And oh God, take it away. I don't know what to do. Therefore, real Mahavibhuti is you are happy in spite of everything. Can you imagine Bhagavan Krishna crying? One person said to me, you always say Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna. What Bhagavan? He got married 16,108 wives. I said, are you married? He said, yes. How many wives you have got? One. Could you keep her happy? He says, Swami, you are changing the topic. I said, no, I am coming to the topic. He said, no, it is not possible. I said, Bhagavan Krishna kept all 16,108 wives happy. Therefore, he has to be Bhagavan. See? Therefore, Tenasya Sarvatma Mahavibhuti Sahitam Syat Ishwaratvam Swataha. You will be your own Ishwar, not dependent on anything. We are dependent on so many things. If I get things, I am happy. If I don't get, I am miserable. No. Ishvara is the one who is happy in spite of everything. Then, Siddhet Tat Punarashtadha. Then the Ashtadha Siddhi, they will be coming out of you without any efforts. And Aishwaryam Avyahatam. This is only temptation given. But if you really know the truth, you will not get carried away by this thing. Like the children are told, if you study, I will get you a smartphone. Then let us start studying. In the same manner, don't get carried away by the Parashruti. What is meant is, Tenasya Shravanat, Tadartha Mananat, Dhyanat Sankirtanat. You will be totally withdrawn. You will have zero desires. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. See, remember this principle. Don't try to imagine social work is spiritual practice. Social work is not spiritual practice. There is a social evil. Under disguise of social work, only one's own agenda is fulfilled. A spiritual seeker is walking the spiritual path like Ganges begin from the Gomukh, reach the Ganga Sagar. On the way, if something is benefited, they don't even claim that I have done so much good to others. With this, we conclude our Dakshinamoorty Stotram. Now it was said, Tadartha Manana Dhyana Cha Sankirtana. Will you like to do the Sankirtan once? Okay, don't do. Will you like to chant once? Yes. Don't say wholeheartedly. Yes. You're whole in your heart.
Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namainam Shri Dakshinamoortaye Vidasyantarivam Kuro Jagadidam Pranirvikalpam Punaha Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kadana Vaichitra Chitri Kritam Maya Viva विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मतः सत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात्करणात् भवेन पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ज्ञानाचिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव महान्तमनुभाति तत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्तजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषंवादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादना सन्मार्गकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् कार्यस्वांसमिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाह्यादिष्वपि जाग्रतादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमनित्यन्तस्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये गुरुब्रह्मास्य नलो निलो परमहंनाथो हिमांशु पुमान् विद्यामाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभो तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं
पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते